Actually had a really nice day. Didn't do a whole bunch, but, it was, like, kinda perfect. Slept in a tiny bit, almost 8 I know! 792 days in a row on the whatnot. Can't sleep as usual. So, if you're new, my name's Dee, I go by Dee Archivist. I'm doing a 1,000 days challenge after completing a 365 challenge. And today is day number 792. Been going live since June 1st, 2024. So some nights chat, some nights sell, some nights both. Sometimes flash. Sometimes I'll flash you guys. What's up? Hey Sam. Yeah, so I can't believe it. I'm almost 800 days. That's kind of crazy actually. Welcome in everybody. Flash us. I'll flash you, all right. Oh, I gotta switch this mouse. I keep forgetting. Oh, I'm gonna flash you right now. Okay, there's one. You want me to flash you Jack Black? I could do that. What's up, reselling everything? Is Jack working? Oh, Jack's so little. I don't know what happened to these. Like snapped the screen so small. Let me turn them off. I was trying to get this Canon camera set up and I got it. But the dummy battery I bought doesn't work. It makes it really hot. So I think I'm gonna cut the cable and fix it. No, I don't waste time. I don't like to sleep in that much. A little bit, an hour or something. Because I feel like I'm gonna be wasting my time if I sleep in, right? How's it hanging? I don't have anything that hangs. Well, I do actually. It's hanging. Um, he's snoring. He's sleeping. To the left, and it sticks to my leg. Is that what you wanted? Yeah. Straight down. Yeah, totally gangsta. That's right. Um, no, you know what's crazy, you guys? I guess I must have been really tired. And I woke up at like 7 and then I don't know, I went to sleep and I feel like I was dreaming. I can't remember now what the dream was because that's always the case. But I woke up at 9 o'clock and I jumped right out of bed and I went, "Oh, I forgot to do my show last night." That's what happened to me. But I did do my show last night, but I must have been so tired that I literally thought I didn't. Right out the hole. Yo, Jess, how you doing? I really thought I missed my show. I was, like, so pissed for a minute. Oh, sweet. I got 1,800 subscribers on YouTube, you guys. Isn't that cool? Nice. My views are, like, up a lot. That's pretty good for my minutes. I know, I did my show. I definitely I definitely didn't miss it. I know that. But I woke up with that, like, panic feeling of, like, "Oh, shit. I just trashed." Because if I literally miss a day, I'm done. Yeah, that's part of my thing. I'll probably finish, but I really thought, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss a whole day." Yes, good to see you too. I hope you're doing well. But I had to go check on YouTube because I actually thought I completely missed a day. Because I've been on every single day. One of them I was really late, but I still did it. Okay, I won't, but that's good. I think people are gonna be eating some dough. Yeah, because I've gotten a bunch of messages. "Yo, YouTube, what's going on?" What is that face on YouTube? Hold on, you guys. What is this? Hello, story time. You really think I'm stupid on YouTube? That I'm gonna read that you wrote "deal dough"? What is that? Come on, what are you like, 5, 10? Please don't write that. Hey, what's going on, Madison's Craft Corner? Hello, hello, Ron. How you doing? Yeah, I don't know. How old are you guys over there? 18 and over, please. Yeah. I mean, they try to trick you. So I don't need anybody like that on my YouTube channel. So see you later. I didn't read the rest of it because it was terrible and racist. Yeah, fuck that person. That's not right. That pisses me off. But anyways, yes. Be kind. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's like, really? Penis. Yeah, that's right. You won the gift card? Oh, that's awesome. Usually I don't say anything. I just but you really have to be careful with YouTube because they'll write words out and they're racist, but they look different until you read them. I someone did that to me one time, and that was the only time, and that'll be the last time ever. So I scan through them now. Yeah, I had no clue. Congrats on winning the gift card. Nice, that's cool. Congratulations, that'll be great. A pink poop, that's right. What does that mean, Connor? What does that mean? Yeah, so, it's always good to read that stuff just in case. To yourself, in your head. I know it is. I know. I've been saying it for the whole time since it came out. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. I have no problem talking about shipping. How's everybody doing with their shipping? Peanuts. How's everybody doing with their shipping? A lot of people are eating shit. I'm going to say that right now. I've been saying it for a whole since it came out to calm down and understand that those who are offering the 775, big mistake because that shipping when it hits like 20 pounds and 15, it's expensive, especially when the box size gets bigger. Yeah. Hold on, let me read this. Yeah, after 5 pounds is killing everyone. You can adjust anything from 3 ounces to 15 for free and make box 12 by 12 without charge. Yeah. I actually made a box today and I didn't get charged. I'm not going to say what dimension, what weight I put, but it was a smaller box. But I did go over 16 ounces and it didn't have an extra charge or anything. Hey, BA Resale, how you doing? But I'm glad that I've learned how to sell smart with the right weight and everything in there, um, because it pays off. It's paid off. I mean, I've sold maybe 25 or 30 items, from the marketplace, and it's actually bundling really nicely because I'm really glad I never guessed weight on my stuff. I always put in, like, the correct weight, and most of the items that are in marketplace, except for those food dogs I have, are gonna fit in a 12 by 12 or smaller kinda box. Nope, you can't. So if you have Jen, you can't. If you it's like this, okay, if you have ground advantage as your default, it's gonna be 0 to 1 ounces all the way to 70 pounds, right? You cannot change that or upgrade it to priority mail. If you do a flat rate show, you can change it back to priority at the back end, but here's the catch. You are gonna pay the difference in priority mail, and it's gonna be a huge, uh, profit loser big time. Yeah, so people that are doing maybe if you have boxes that are like 12 by 12 by 12 or like 16 by 16 by 16 for ground advantage, probably gonna be okay, but you can't upgrade the shipping service and you can't change it in the middle of your show. Once you go live, whatever shipping settings you have, that's what you're going with. So if you accidentally put free shipping and go live, you better end your show and restart it. Well, they had to auto readjust everybody. Yep, they had to. I mean, they come out, they emailed it. They didn't have a show. They should have had a Whatnot Seller show as a big announcement, but it's not. They're just switching methods. The cool part is we have the option to offer one of three different options: ground advantage, regular priority mail, and flat rate. We have to choose that before we go live. Otherwise, the default is going to be ground advantage. The folks that do max shipping have to go in and change it manually. Whatnot did not change that. They did write it in their help support page. But I've been saying this for like an entire I don't know. It's a month and a half since they announced it, and I've been telling people the same thing. Calm down. It's gonna completely change your business. Yeah. They had a whatnot show to give away a Porsche though. Yeah, I didn't even win. Out of all the people that won that, only one person I knew, and they won, like, an Invicta watch. Every other account on there was brand new. I think 3 of them were actual seller accounts that were everybody was brand new. The girl that won the mini Porsche had 1 follower, so, maybe it's luck. Yeah. The comments were funny, though. Priority is significantly more, yes. Um, it was kind of a fun show, though. They gave away some cool stuff. They were trying to give away an Xbox, but I think they had it structured so they didn't give it away. I forgot who the seller was that gave it. I think it was, Swish Brakes, I think they brought it on. Yeah, because Whatnot did announce that the shipping was gonna start August 1st, but it's really important. Yeah, iodine I think it's iodine 9. Oh, yeah, I remember them. They've been on the app a long time. She's been on a long time. You're trying to sort out what to do? Right, 'cause of your Funkos. You just have to weigh everything exact. Like, your shipping when you list your stuff, this is just my opinion, you figure it out yourself. You should actually when you weigh an item, like if you do Funko, weigh that one item how it's gonna ship in a box by itself, and then obviously when you put 2 together, because you gotta put a little more paper or whatever you put in there, cardboard in between, you have to actually add a tiny bit more weight, but I always tell people the same thing. Imagine you're just selling 1 item to somebody, okay? You kinda have to do it that way, because if you don't and you put the wrong weight, and then when you go to sell it, it's more, it's gonna cost you more money, and you only get 5 adjustments. Yeah. Yeah, she's been on for quite a while. Oh, is it 69? Okay. When I saw her name come up, I was like, "I know who that is." As a buyer, I don't think 3 is a lot more than I want for 13 is still cheaper than the shipping elsewhere. Oh, yeah, for flat rate, right? Yeah. There are some sellers that are still gonna do flat rate because a lot of them use it, and they're gonna still do, like, 9.21. You could do 12.99, it triggers and gives you the reduced shipping banner. But just understand that if it doesn't fit in the box, you can unbundle it. I mean, not unbundle, you can toggle it to be regular priority mail, but it will cost you a lot more money. But again, it depends on the weight and everything. Okay, wait, I missed something. I wanted to read what you said. I know, I know. There was a few people I was surprised weren't up there on the stage during that event who were like, you know, some of the sellers, those other folks, I didn't even hear of them, but like Swish Breaks and them, I heard of them. I met them in Austin. Madison, I don't know. What is one of those Funko if you ship one of those Funkos to me, it's like right at a pound or under a pound? Yeah, it's 12-ish ounces in a box? I mean, you could technically how many could you fit in a flat rate large? 3? 12 to 15? 'Cause you could do a flat rate show and max out at 3 in a box. I don't know how many fit in there off the top of my head. Well, resale and everything, that's not the advice I'm gonna give people. So, volume sellers can figure it out. I'm looking at the beginner. Yeah, that's the advice I give is beginner sellers. Once you get a handle on shipping and you understand it, you can figure it out. And I say that because a lot of people go to those kinds of shows, get that kind of advice, and then messed up and it costs them tons of money, hundreds of dollars. You can't do flat rate because some people buy 5 or 6. Okay. What do you can fit in there, like 4? If people run 8 to 11, they're gonna be over 5 pounds real quick. Yeah, but if they run actual weight, it's, like, subjective, it depends on what it is too. Yeah. I mean, I think people just are overthinking this whole thing. Yeah, that sucks, so some people buy 5 or 6. You could always, like, make a custom shipping profile and then, test it out. Like, what size box would 6 of them be? And then how much does that weigh? And then make a custom shipping profile for max at 6, right? Yeah, so I never wanna, like, confuse people. I'm gonna give them what it actually should be. From my perspective, this is my opinion, like, everybody has a different opinion on how to do it. Correct. Yeah, if they don't put it in the correct thing in the beginning and learn, they're gonna be charged, and it's like $2 here, $3 here, $5 here, and then it'll take 5 free adjustments away, and then it'll come right out of your balance. Yep. So, that's where I'm like, do I switch it back to priority or take the hit on the ground? So, I don't have 6 Funkos, but can you fit 6 in a 12 by 12 by 12? Seems like you could. What's up, Barb? But I don't know because I don't ship those. You can, right? So, a 12 by 12 is 1 pound. I bet you it's not gonna be too bad. You should weigh it with 6 of them in it with just to see, like, pack one up that you just maximum, right? And then you never know, you might be 11, $12. So you maybe can't do it with flat rate, but you could do it with, that size box. You could also do a custom shipping profile for, you could fit up to 6 in a 12 by 12 by 12. Each Funko's, 12 ounces, and then you have your bundle right there. And then whatever the shipping is gonna be for them. "Hello, Barb, how are you?" "What's up, Craig?" Yeah, so, I don't know, that's a thought. Peanuts. What is peanuts, you guys? Yeah, I don't know, so that's my only thing, you could do that custom shipping profile, but just put the actual weight because if you and make sure it's with that extra if you need packaging. Oh, Barb, I hope everybody's okay. Yeah, take a break from it, and usually the news is always worse than it is. Um, Hopefully they're good. Okay, well, this is a safe space. Yeah, but lie because I'm worried about it. Usually I don't freak out. I just want to lose a ton of money. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I would definitely weigh a box, get a 12 by 12, weigh it, put 6 Funkos in it. And then at least you could create a custom shipping profile for that show. And then you could do whatever the rate is, ask somebody to come to the show and test it for you, whoever lives the farthest. I think um, on a 12 by 12 by 12, if it's that would be me. I would test it. But you know what I'm thinking right now? I'll read the chat in a sec, you guys, because I don't want to see you lose any money. You said 12 ounces, so it's like 72 ounces. It's under 5 pounds. If you make a custom shipping profile, you could just make it 5 pounds, right? Oh, but you got to add. It's going to be a 6 pound box. Yeah, it's going to be like this right here. Let's do one. Um, Let me just do a temporary listing. I think I still have the one in there for 6. No, I don't even need to do 6 pounds. Um, I'll show you how much it costs from me to you because I would just use the custom shipping profile, but I do 6 pounds and it's 12 by 12 by 12 as a default already. So it's gonna be this. How much is it? So it might be a little bit more because it's going the opposite. That would be me. 1017. So that is a 6 pound box. That's 12 by 12 by 12. I didn't put in a custom shipping profile because it doesn't need one. Okay. I just put in the 4 to 6 pounds. 20 for you. So that's not too bad, right? So each Funko, now let me edit. If I want to change the weight, that's 4 to 6 pounds. Let's just say each Funko is 12 to 15. Okay. Right? Shipped. So that's just for one of them. Okay, what is it now? Hopefully it changed. It's gonna be, like, under $7. Maybe you should just list them and keep them that way. The only thing is when you get up to a higher quantity, they will weigh more depending on how you package them. So you have to double check that. No, it shouldn't be the same. You guys probably have to go out. I'm gonna make a new listing just because. Yeah, because it doesn't. Yeah, there's some weird thing with it. Alright, let's see. We'll pick 12 to 15. Yeah, it shouldn't be that much. It seems like it. Here, what's this one? I mean, you always have to test it out. But if you know for sure, what are you shipping in? What size box? 864? Yeah. See, I think it's gonna be okay for you. If you, on average, your people buy 6, it depends, I know. You're gonna have to, the other thing you could do if you wanted to, is you could create a custom shipping profile, put 12 ounces, right, on the item, and then a maximum of 6 in the box, and then it'll fit. Put the box size 12 by 12 by 12, and it will calculate all of that for the weight. But I'd put 15 ounces, it gives you a little extra. Sometimes it's a single, yeah. So if it's a single, this is the price, 6.75, which is $1 less than a pound because I put 12 to 15. As soon as it hits that 16, 17 probably, it stays. Yeah. We can see right now, let's see, because it's not custom. So it's based on it's based on 12 by 12 by 12. Let's do another one. Let's see. Let's say we have a 1 pound. Let's just say you have, like, somebody buys 3 of them, and they're 3 pounds. So I pick 3 to 4, right? Because they're essentially, give or take 12 to 15, so 1 more ounce is a pound. Let's just see. This is, um, 3 how much is this one? 3 to 4 pounds. So it's still gonna be like the 775 probably. Yeah. I think you're gonna be okay. You're accurate on your weights, then I think you're gonna be fine. Do one show and see what happens. You can always look at your shipping right away. Just open up another window on your computer and look at it. Yeah. As long as your total's 1 to 5, you should be fine. Yeah, it's based on 12 by 12 by 12, just as I said. Right, but reselling everything, throw that out. Don't bring that up in here, I'll tell you why. It's not gonna be that way when it's, when I don't think it's gonna be that way. 1 to 5, yes, you can make the adjustment, correct. Over that, people get confused, and no, you cannot make an adjustment without being charged. But yes, if you have a 28 ounce and they only bought the 1 item, you can adjust it up to 80 ounces. That is correct with no charge, but that might change, so just be aware. I doubt it will change though, because the rate is based on 1 to 5 pounds. You weigh every item is g no, it's not gonna trigger the system. I've been doing it since I started here, and the system doesn't calculate my weight, I do. So when I put it in the system when I'm listing it, it already knows what the weight is. That weight is with the packaging weight, so I don't waste any of my time. I don't make any adjustments. The only adjustment I make is the box size because the weight is always right on. I might be over by an ounce, I might be under by an ounce. I can adjust that if it's in that 5-pound range, yeah. But it doesn't trigger the system at all. It will not automatically charge me, and I pressed a lot of buttons on here. Yeah, so try that out. I don't know if that's gonna work. Some people don't understand that whole adjustment thing because they use adjustments with the packages that have been shipped out, right? Where you get penalized because you didn't make it. It's charging everyone. Right. Oh, you mean even in the 1 to 5, it's charging everybody is what you're saying, correct? On 1 to 5 pounds? Yeah, it sounds like there's a glitch if they're charging everybody in 1 to 5 because I did some labels today and I didn't get charged and I made an adjustment. Charging sellers? How so? Somebody messaged me and I didn't have they asked me to call them, but I don't call people. Um, but this one I might. Said there was some weird glitch, but they didn't, like, tell me the glitch, so I was busy today. Hold on, I wanna see something. I wanna look at those orders today real quick. And always, like I feel like always when the shipping comes out, it has some kinks to get worked out. Oh, it was charging them, huh? They always have some kinks to work out in the first couple of weeks, month. Yeah, I don't give people my phone number. I'm really strict about that. Yep, nope. Hold on, let me look at and see. I'm curious. You'll see people be using their free adjustments quick. I don't really have any more in here. I don't wanna mess with this one. What size is that? It's an 864. Okay, so I just changed one. It did not charge me, and I went up and I went over. Yeah, but it was in the 1 to 5. It didn't charge me, so maybe they fixed it? So resale and everything, you're saying that when people put their weight in and they had to make an adjustment because they were guessing, and then before they shipped it out, it was charging them from within the 1 to 5 pounds, correct? Because I can still report that to Whatnot. I'm sure people have reported it to them already. I crack you up. It charges you when you run a live show, sell items. Then when you go to ship, there's already seller paid. It's not a glitch. Yeah, like normally, it's always there, seller paid. Like right now I have a package from somebody that was just right before this show. They paid 485 for the shipping. I edited the shipping because it said 7 ounces and I upped it to the 15 because that's what it weighs. Um, and it didn't charge. You mean it during the live show? But the sellers don't pay for the shipping. So that makes no sense to me. Sellers do not pay for the shipping, the buyers pay for the shipping. Did you turn yours on? No, we do not pay for shipping. How? Sellers do not pay for the shipping unless you turn on free shipping. That's what you're saying it's doing now? I don't know about that. Yeah, so my shipping, what it shows on the screen, the buyer pays for it. That's pretty strange. To me, that sounds like a glitch. Did anybody else experience this? So, Baby Huey, did you have this issue too? I don't have that issue. I didn't pay for the shipping. It's not on my ledger either. No, you didn't have that. I didn't either. So, resale and everything, you should check your settings because we don't pay the shipping at all. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but mine doesn't I'm not charged anything. I'm looking at my ledger. No, I'm talking about marketplace and show. Yeah, I'm talking about marketplace and show. The buyer pays the shipping. So whatever settings I have for my show, or the buyer pays, or reduced, or any of that, the reduced stuff applies to only in my show. The free shipping or the max shipping, totally different. In the show, the buyer pays. The buyer pays in marketplace too. So I'm not really sure. I'm not paying. I've sold stuff in the shows. Yeah, no issues for you. Yeah, I haven't had any issues. But I'm not selling like big giant things. So I don't know. Yeah, we as sellers do not pay the shipping though. If we go over, absolutely. If we go over the weight, we put the wrong weight in, yes. But you're saying they're charging within the show. So I haven't seen that yet. Yeah, I haven't seen that at all. I haven't seen that at all. I don't know. But we can ask Brooke. Brooke! Thank you for the raid, Brooke. Welcome in, Colt 801. I mean, Shop 801. How was your show? How was your show, my friend? It was really good to listen to you just speak some good info. So welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you so much. You guys, make sure you're following Brooke. She's a great seller. She's a lot of fun. She sells not clothing. It's definitely a cloth. You blab too much. Are you going to be like regretting it all night? I hope not. Sometimes you just got to say what's on your mind, you know? No one's really judging you. People are looking up to you and learning from you. Let me tell you that. What's up, Aussie? Finally, Brooke is done blabbing. Sarah. Fuck. Oh man. Thank you for the raid, Brooke. I appreciate you. We already know your whole life. Just get over it. Just get over it. We still love you. We still show up. We appreciate you, right? Come on. Been coming to your stream since like 22. Please. You haven't said anything that's gonna make us leave, I don't think. I mean, you're so cool. You let us like take pictures of you and make them our PFPs. Who does that? Who does that? Right? You taught us new words like boif, you know? So we appreciate you. Thank you again for the raid. Make sure you guys drop some hearts. We love Brooke. Yep. Even if she plays with her toes on her stream. If you guys are new here, my name's Dee. I go by D Archivist. I'm on day 792. C-Swan, what's up? Even if she likes her feet. Yeah. So I'm on every single day. Tonight we happen to be talking about, you know what? Shit bean. Yeah. Yak Sam, don't say that. I'm totally kidding. She doesn't. She didn't. She had her foot up. She tried to put it over her head and stuff, but oh, I'm not reading that red chat. You know what? I'm gonna let Brooke be a mod because she could read all that. Oh my gosh. I'm about to have a freaking crash out. Should I crash out? I don't need I'm gonna crash out right now. Yeah. She's very kind-hearted, but you know, sometimes we have to be careful of the folks that are very kind and sweet because even if we joke, we gotta be careful what we joke about because it still hurts somebody, you never know, right? So we be kind. Don't crash out. I will if I want. Don't tell me. Don't tempt me. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I don't think I could crash out. I would just end my life if I was gonna crash out. Yeah. Do it? Okay. You're supposed to go first anyways. I disappointed you with I know I didn't even crash out. What am I gonna crash out about? Like literally, yeah, I know. What are we crashing about tonight? Brooke did start the crash out. She did a good one like a couple weeks ago. She said it was a crash out, but it was just real talk. It was just real talk, you know. Oh, C-Swan, I've seen that on Whatnot. It's a trip. It happened one night I was in Brooke's show and I swiped and it was Brooke again. I was like, "What?" It was like she was double streaming. It was some weird glitch with Whatnot. Yeah. So I kept going back and forth, it was really funny. Um, she could always insert her authority, maybe. That is weird, though. Yeah, you accidentally swiped out. Yeah, I did promise a crash out. Oh, shit, my kid scared me. Oh, that was a jump scare. Can we crash out on how the taco That will piss me off. No, they don't even have the veggie pizza anymore. I went and got it, I was like, "What did you guys do to it?" Because I like the veggie one, vegetarian, Taco Bell pizza, it's pretty good. They ruin everything. Yes. I think you could go to bed, like 30. Watch out, I'm about ready to crash out. Yes, it is. Okay. Kids. I love them. No, I don't want my kid on my live. Yeah, I don't have my kids on my stream. They have their own streams. But, I just am not, hold on, let me set this timer. It works backwards, I think. Let's see. Okay. I put it. Let's see if it still works. I think it's okay now. Wendy's changed our taco salad. It sucks now. I don't think I ever ate the taco salad from there. No, they don't ruin everything. I love my kids. I did actually, because the kid went to summer school and he got a 98% in his math. So that's a win. Wendy's sucked after they changed their fries. Oh yeah, you're right, Sarah. Oh, Athena. Yeah, just get some sleep. I don't know. Ah, so cute. Babies. Yeah, not a baby anymore. Teenagers, but they still wanna hang out with me. They still wanna play video games with me. Of course, like, I do stuff to embarrass them, but that's what makes it fun. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes they don't like me, this teens. But I think a lot of times it's like the conversations I have with my kids is so cool. Sometimes I'm like, "Wait, how did you learn that?" Okay, Wendy's was maybe the best fast food restaurant there ever was. I don't know, I never liked Wendy's, I'm saying it right now. I thought it was cool that they had square burgers, like, when I was younger, but I didn't think any of them. I don't know. And even In and Out, sorry, it's overrated, it's not that good, and their burger is smaller now. Denny's sucks even more now that their menu has diminished to just burger. What? Really? I haven't been to Denny's in years, since I got kicked out. I got kicked out of a Denny's once. Yeah, late night shenanigans with drunk friends. Oh, I don't like anything flame broiled. I think it messes with me. It doesn't taste that great. Yeah, I know a lot of people like that. For me, I just don't. No. Used to go to Denny's at 3 AM. Yeah, it was. Or we'd go to, like, Bob's Big Boy at, like, 3 in the morning. Yeah, Sam, it is really great. Those were the days. I remember I went to never mind. I'll just say it. I went to Bob's Big Boy with one of my friends, and she was wasted. We went to see Suicidal Tendencies in Hollywood. They're a band, okay? They're like a heavy hardcore metal band, I guess you could call it that. They're not my style of music, but I was like, "I'll go. What the hell?" My friend was so wasted, and we went to Bob's to try to sober her up. and they give you, like, a salad with your burger, and I am not kidding you, for, like, a year, her salad plate, the bowl, 'cause it was these little clear ones, was in the light fixture for, like, 5 years. They didn't know it was up there, she threw it up there. Yeah, we had to get her out of there after that. You have all night, diners or restaurant oh, man, it seriously, it was there for, I don't know, 5 years because it looked like it was part of the light because it was upside down. You looked up their menu a couple months ago and it just appetizers, burgers, and breakfast. The specialties are gone. Wow, I haven't been in like I said, I haven't been to Denny's in a long time. You have no all-night diners or restaurants where you live now? That sucks, Kate. I know well, after the pandemic, everything completely changed, you know? A lot of businesses just stopped with, like I mean, even Walmart, they used to be open 24 hours. Not anymore. Maybe 1 or 2 here and there. Yeah. See, we don't have the sausage and biscuits and gravy here in California. You didn't that's okay. It still is interesting. 100%. Yeah, Madison's Craft Corner, she lives in the West Coast, and she would come to my stream when I started on Whatnot, and she would say, "I'm gonna order McDonald's." I'm like, "What are you getting?" "Biscuits and gravy." I'm like, "What? You guys have that?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, shit. Too bad it takes so long to get there, because 'cause I'll take some too." Yeah, everything closes. I mean, think about it. If you work in fast food, like, you need money, right? A lot of people are young, some people aren't young, that's their job. I think the places just don't want them, maybe crime's up, I don't know, but they just don't they're not working those 24 hours. Oh, yeah, Waffle House, I've been at 3 AM. The off-duty cops work as security. That's great. Yeah, McDonald's too has changed. It's just I mean, everything's processed garbage, really, right? We should be eating better, but it's quick, it's easy. It tastes good for a minute, and then after, sometimes you feel like crap from eating it. McDonald's also, their burgers, even every single one of them, they're all smaller and more money. Maybe because our appetites are bigger. Yeah, Szechuan, I have heard that they do. You missed their breakfast oh, I remember those Cinnabites, those were good. 300 mi oh, so 24-hour? Ours closes at, like, 2 AM, our McDonald's. Oh, yeah. Corporate greed, in fact. Yeah. I mean, over here in California, I don't know if you in some of the states, the minimum wage is, like, 7 something, but here, fast food gets 20 bucks an hour. It's not enough. If you ask me, it's not enough money. The crap that they have to deal with, the people who are so pain in the ass about their orders, they deserve way more than 20 bucks an hour. But that's the companies, like, making all the prices go up because they don't want it to hit into their profits. Yep. You did see Swan before school? Those were good. Yeah, getting labor to staff. Yeah, it's so expensive. I know a few years ago in LA, they said you had to make, to afford a two-bedroom apartment, you had to make, like I think it was, like, 70 or $80 an hour. So, I mean, I get why people work 2 or 3 jobs. And that's fast food here is 20 bucks an hour. What, 20 bucks? It's not enough money. I think they should get paid more, to be honest. Yep. People get mad at that, but I don't really care. 'Cause they don't wanna give them health care because they only give them part-time hours. But if you've worked in fast food or any kinda retail, you probably be like, "Yeah, I'll take 20 bucks an hour." Yeah, and dealing with people are not the 70 to 80 yeah. Yeah, it's 70 to 80 bucks about an hour. I don't mean that was a few years ago. Let's just see. There was a study I saw. It might be more. Oh, wow. I'm way off. Because the average rent is like $2,600 to $3,400 a month. So they have to have an income of like 7,500 to 10,000 a month, which if you're a working minimum wage, that's California. But if you're working that $20 an hour job, it's not enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's the lowest. But here in California, like our minimum wage is a lot higher. Yeah, it's a lot. It's, I don't know, 16, 17, 1650, 1750, somewhere in that range. Still not enough. It's still not enough. That's why people work 2, 3, 4 jobs. They just haven't found whatnot yet. Yeah, and they could just sell all their stuff. It's 17? Yeah. I know, I can't believe in some states it's 775, 750, 725. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But, there's a lot of reasons why it's that. Your friend lives in California and he lives near, LA, and he has 10 roommates. Get out of here. How does a landlord even let you have 10 people living in your house and their rental? That's crazy. Yeah, roommates, right, Jen? Yeah. Wait, your uncle told me, oh, I'll tell you my rent, and I had a really bitchin' apartment of my own. Um, my uncle told me rent used to be 400 when he grew up. You thought he was joking. Check this out. My aunt and uncle, when they got married, they rented this big ass house. It was $80 a month. $80. It was like a 5-bedroom house, 4-bedroom house. And it was in a really nice neighborhood. Then later they bought their own, and I think I forget what the mortgage was. Like when she told me, I was like, "How much?" Yeah, like 150, 300, 300 a month, I think. Yeah, I bet. So I rented a studio apartment. It was in a expensive part of town, but I got a connection. It was my best friend's dad. He owned the building, so it was a business underneath, and it overlooked Warner Brothers Studios. So it was like there was a bar on one corner and a restaurant, and then there was like a bunch of little restaurant places. It was in a really nice area. But it was a studio, so it was one room with a bathroom and a kitchen, and the coolest part was that my best friend lived next door in the one bedroom, 'cause I was gonna take the one bedroom in front that overlooked the street, but it was so loud. I got lucky and got the middle one, but our off my kitchen was a little, you couldn't walk out there, but you could climb it. We weren't big, but we were small enough that we could get out the window then, and you could climb on the roof, and then there was, like, the bank there and stuff. But we could, her bathroom and my kitchen windows open near, so we could, like, say, "Hey, you wanna go get food?" It was the coolest thing. My rent was $400 a month. That apartment rents for, like, 20, I think 2,000 a month now. The only bummer was there was no parking, you had to park on the street. Back then, it wasn't bad because we could park in the bank parking lot or behind his building, but now there's no parking at all over there. You have to kinda walk real far because the city has, like, put, minimum time zone parking, and then when she moved out, I just stayed in there I lived in there maybe, like, another year and a half, and then I met my husband. Yeah, 223 a month? Oh, that's pretty good. 23K, yeah. Oh, yeah, all the rents doubled. It's a great time to own property. How did I meet him? I don't know if I should say. I'm just kidding. I met him on the internet. I met him on the internet. I was just gonna joke and say I was a call girl. I met him on the corner. No, I met him actually on Yahoo. Yahoo used to have, like, dating, and my friend and I were doing it as a joke, and then I met, like, a couple guys. Some were, like, crazy, and then I met him, and I liked him. He was fun, and, no, not Farmers Chat. I live in California. Yahoo, Personals, that's what it was called. Yeah, I met, like, Craigslist. No, remember the penny saver? I had this best friend, this guy. Is that what it's called, misconnections? I never heard about the Craigslist one. Before I met my husband, my friend and I placed an ad on Penny Saver for her, and then one of my other, like, best friend guy, he wanted to meet somebody so bad. I'm like, "Go on the Penny Saver," and he's like, "I already put an ad in there. I can't meet anybody." He has, like, a lot of high maintenance. He was like a mama's boy. He never did meet anybody. Yeah. But my friend and I used to call these, like, numbers anyway, we both did the Yahoo thing, and, she couldn't meet anybody. She finally met somebody, and they went out for, like, about 7, 8 years, and, but I met my husband that way, and then it was really weird, I kinda knew. They say you know. I kinda knew alright. Yeah, it was like, I don't know, instant. Yep, and then we went out for about, I don't know, 3 years, we got engaged and married. Not right away, like, we were engaged for about 6 months, 7 months and got married. Yep, and it's been 21 years, it's been 25 years since I met him. So about just a little bit under half of my life. Long time. I still like him. Yeah, I still like him. I tell him all the time, "I only like you that much." He goes, "Okay, at least you still like me." But I like him a lot. I like him a lot. Yeah, he's really funny. So I'm more serious, he's really funny. Yeah. But I don't know, now, I think the relationship has changed. It's just we're just laughing all the time. Yeah. No, I, um wait, I guess no, I moved in with them, like, I don't know, pretty quick. And I remember my telling my mom, and my mom's like, "You're gonna live with him?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I?" And she's just like, "Well, you wanna be married first, you know?" And I'm just like, "No, I don't. Because what if I marry him and I don't like how he is, maybe he's a big pig. So you gotta try it before you buy it, mom." That's what I said to my mom. And she's like, I guess it's, because it was the 2000. I guess it's 2000. I said, "Yeah, mom." She's like, "Okay." She's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." And she loved my husband. Oh, you and your wife went to the same private school? That's pretty cool. You and Mike were set up? You know what, reselling everything? I will tell you something crazy. Before I met my husband, I went on Frugal Couture is here. What's up? Hey, how you doing? Yes, 792 of 1,000. So I went on a date with this guy. Okay, first of all, if you're gonna date a woman today and you're gonna take her to the movies on a date, the first date, that's the stupidest date ever. How's she gonna get to know you? So you could talk over coffee. In like 10, 15 minutes if you even wanna hang out and have a second date, right? So I would meet and do that or go get a drink. Anyway, I went to see this movie, I forgot what movie it was, and it was just like the guy was nice guy, handsome as ever, but there something just didn't feel right, you know? So we go to the movies, and we're sitting in there, and there was, like, a shooting scene in the movie, and he says and it was, like, Kim Basinger and Alec Baldwin, I forgot what it was called, and they were, like I don't know what they were doing, they were gonna kill somebody in the movie, and the guy leans over and says, "Hey, I got a gun just like that in my car." And I was like, "Oh, yeah?" "Yeah." And then there was, like, a weapon to come out, "Just wait." And then he's like, "Yeah, I got that too." And I go, "Right on. Do you want some popcorn?" He's like, "Yeah." And I go, "Okay." And I left. I left him there. Mhm. No, thanks. So, I had, like, 20 something phone calls on my aunt because I had an answering machine back then, no cell phone. on my answer machine, "Hello? Are you, did you get lost? Are you okay?" And I should have saved them. They would have been great content for the internet. Yeah, then the last one was like, that's really messed up. And he was cussing and you could tell he was like all pissed off. He's like, "Hey, okay, Vintage, how you doing?" He's like, "That's fucked up. How could you just leave me, stand me up right there?" I should have. I did. I called the police station over that one. My friend's dad was a cop, so I called him and told him, and he's like, "Well, does the guy know where you live?" I said, "No, not at all. I didn't even meet in the same town." He goes, "Well, give us his information, and then we'll make a like, a notation of it, basically." But I never ever heard again from the person, but they left me, like, say, I don't know, 20, 25 messages. It was insane. I wish I woulda saved the cassette. I actually might have the cassette. Yeah, because I just found a bunch of my old answer machine, messages, and there was a call from me to my or no, my best friend leaving a message for me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh," yeah, and some Halloween ones, but that was crazy. I was like right away, I'm like, "You want some popcorn?" "Sure." Yeah, I think he tried to give me money too. I'm like, "No, I got it, you paid for the tickets." I left him hanging, hell no. Yeah, yeah. And then pretty much, like, when I go meet somebody, like, on a date way back when, it was still the internet, it was still kinda scary, but I remember there was this one guy and he was like we had, like, really a lot in common, and we talked on the phone for a little while, and, he kept telling me he was, like, 6'2", but he kept talking about his height so much, and I was like, "This guy is no way gonna be 6 feet tall, he's probably, like, 5 feet tall." And so, I don't like liars. That's a huge one for me. Anyway, like, he's like, "Well, we should meet and have coffee." And I said, "Sure, that's cool. We can meet for some coffee." So, I went to meet him for coffee. I'm not kidding you. The guy was not even 5 feet tall. And I was like, "This guy, like, I don't even wanna get to know him because he lied." I'm 5'4". I don't know, Brooke. It's so stupid. Like, just be honest about it. Maybe because a lot of women don't like short guys. I don't know. It was crazy. He was really cute. He looked like, the tennis player guy. Maybe he was 6 foot in his heart. Yeah. I just wish he hadn't lied about it. Yeah, he was nice, but it just wasn't meant to be. But anyway, I was kind of a bitch. I just said, "Hey, I hope you have a great night. I gotta go." And he's like, "Well, why are you leaving?" I said, "'Cause you lied. I don't like liars. Have a good night." And I went it was like in the evening, and I left and I went in the bar and I met my friends. Yeah. Like, just be honest. Don't lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time. It was like he was a really cool dude, but then, I was. I don't waste my time. Life is really short, and I'm just not gonna waste it. And then my husband, I'm like, "How tall are you?" Every guy was like, "How tall?" Actually, I never even cared about the height. Doesn't bother me. If someone's shorter than me, doesn't matter. No, I never cared about height. I don't like liars. If you lie to me and I find out, block out of my life. Your phone keeps typing random things. I'm sorry. It's probably because your hands what kind of snack are you having right now? Did you get Taco Bell? Doesn't start out like that. Maybe. Your mom was 5 foot herself. Yeah, I think Frugal Couture is right. He was 6 foot in his heart. Yeah, I don't understand why people just lie. It's a thing I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see how tall you are, and I don't care about that kind of stuff. I actually don't even care I didn't even care about looks, because, as you get older, your looks change, they fade a little bit. It's how you are as a person, how you treat people. That's funny, your phone keeps typing random thing, but anyway, I'm glad it didn't work out with any of them, because then, yeah, character the biggest clue is, like, when you go out with someone on a date and they treat the waiters like shit, they're not a good person. Yep, or they're, like, real demanding or, you know. Yeah, it says a lot. Mhm. That's the worst. That's, like, the first thing. And then with my husband when we were dating, he wasn't like that. Yeah, I mean, it's normal to be annoyed, but, like, at least you can't like, they get your order wrong. That's normal. That's when people are just rude. Yeah, it's totally rude. I know, I can't stand that either. I know I went out to eat, I remember one time with, like, my sister and my mom, and I'm more like, "Hey, I just got my order. I just wanted to let you know that it was missing some pickles. Do you think I can get a side of those?" No, like, I go out with other people and they're like, "Hey, this is missing my pickles. Send it back." You don't do that. You talk to them nicer. They just work there, you know? Yeah. Your dumb phone keeps doing crazy stuff and swapping shows, and I didn't need Brooke ND therapy. I'd throw it against the wall. I don't throw your phone against the wall. It is frustrating though. Yeah, so, that's a big one. It's a no. It's okay type of person. Yeah. Zip. You're a no. Yeah, same. I try not to, like, send my food back, but I will always be nice to the service because that's a freaking hard job, man. Yeah, me too. Or don't leave a tip. Yeah. I was with a I was on a date one time, and the guy's like, "I'll get it." And I'm like, "Okay, do you want me to leave the tip?" He's like, "No, no, no. I got it all." And I was like and it was good, like, good service, everything, and it was, like, in a good place. And the guy left the girl a bad tip, and she came back and told him, I never seen anybody do this. "You probably need this more than me. Here, take it." I think he left her, like, $2, and it was, like, probably, like, a $70 thing. Yeah. It's rare that I have issues, but I might be like, "Hey, can I get a si" if they forget something, I'll be like, "Can I get a side of pickles or ranch or whatever?" Yeah, she did. She came out and gave him the money back. Said, "You probably need this more than me. Here." Now I've heard of that, people doing that. She had some balls. Yeah. I've seen people do that when they have big parties and they include the gratuity already, and then people don't tip what the gratuity amount is, and they come back and give it to yeah, it's just crazy, but, that was a long time ago. I can't imagine dating today, like, I don't know, maybe it'd be easier because people kinda know what they want, but then again, I don't know, a lot of people stay single. Jen said she's staying single. I get it. I know a few of my friends, one of them was married for 25 years, and she's newly single, so she started a podcast. It's terrible. She doesn't know how to do the audio and everything, so I just kinda set her up the other day, so it'll be interesting. Oh, Sam, you know what I do on my phone? Somehow I have, like, I was playing around with it to do some settings, and if I hit this button on the right side too fast, it only does, like, a visual impairment thing, and then it's so hard to turn it off. Yeah, and it won't let me turn it off in the settings. It's a pain in the ass. The worst, I had a guy coworker talk to me about his dating life, and I always be like, "What is wrong with you? You don't do that." Yeah, I know, it's like, go to etiquette school. Yep. I don't know, I feel like, we're raised by our parents and they show us examples, some good, some bad, some, in between. But then when you become an adult, it's like you can't make excuses anymore. He was dumb. That's like my one friend who we placed the ad in the penny saver. I think he's still single. I don't really talk to him anymore. Once in a while, I'll see him on Facebook. I'm open, but not too interested at this point. If it happens, it happens. You're good either way. Exactly. Was he? Mm, yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, and it'll probably take him. 40 years of his life to figure out that he's an idiot. Yeah, I know. That's what many of my friends say the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. I know we live in USA, so people tip. In other countries, tipping's an insult, but that's because they pay their people well. Not every country, though. He will be in a nursing home thinking, "Man, I'm an idiot." He'll probably not regret a thing if he's dumb. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, especially if he doesn't end up with anybody. No! He did? Oh my gosh. Have you seen those Facebook groups? And it's like, I forgot, it's like, "Who am I dating?" And then you put the city. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember. And then women post like, "Do you know this guy?" or whatever. I think that's the one. There's a cheating app, yeah. I know someone that found their husband on it with a lot of women. Yeah, and it sucked for her. She was, like, the best. She is the best, but, yeah, she always worked, she made the money, he didn't. He was basically a cheater for a long time. And then I don't know if someone found it and then she went on that page and was looking through the pictures and found him in there. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. It's still on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know. It was several years ago, though. Yeah, I wanna say, like 8 or 10, and it was a rude awakening for him. She was really smart. Yeah, and she had all the money because she had a, like, really big career, so he was, like, stay-at-home dad. Now he has a career and he is back at work, but it was pretty crazy for both of them, especially because they have a couple of kids. They had 3 kids. Yeah, it was rough. I remember watching her, and one of my friends at that same time, found out about her. Unfortunately, her husband cheated too. With the principal of their school, they both worked in a school, and she happened to walk by the principal's office. There's, like, a cubby where you could see in her office, and he was in there, like, basically making out with her at school. Idiot. Yep. Yeah. Oh, it was a big deal. Both of them got relocated at different schools. Yep. The school district found out. She went to the school district and everything. Yeah. They got in trouble because there's some rule where you can't. That was stupid. With the principal. But he was a teacher there. Yep. It's like a soap opera. Yeah, with the principal. I don't know if she was married or not. I don't know too much about that. I just know that it was like, gosh, that's gotta be about 12 years, 8 years. Yeah, because her son was like 10 and he just turned 18. That is hot for a teacher. Yeah. He was the PE teacher. He was really fit guy. Yeah. Both my friend is really fit. Um, but her husband was like Arnold fit. Like he was a big guy. Yeah. That was a wild music video, huh? Hot for a teacher. I know it was probably like a little bit scandalous back in the day. Controversial music video. Yeah. It's crazy. Life is interesting. People are adults, they make stupid ass decisions sometimes and their life changes, so maybe they weren't happy. So I say, dump them first, then go cheat and sleep with who you want. I don't really care about that. It's not my business. But when you're married and you have kids, you don't do that kind of thing. That's just kind of messed up. But if you plan on doing it, let me help you pack your bags. Exactly. I know, I know. Yeah, no. If they're a cheater, fuck that. I ain't keeping no one if they cheat. Nope. That's an example that I don't wouldn't wanna show my kids. Nope. I told my husband my next husband would be normal, and he laughed. He laughed. It's yeah, it is funny to watch it. Also, the other thing, Jen, about the old stuff, like movies, there was no rating on the movies, right? There was no ratings on the movies at all, but they were kinda bad. Like, when you watch them, there was a lot more, like, on certain movies, like, sex scenes, like, just a basic family kinda movie. So, it was really interesting. We've watched a couple of, like, those '80s shows with our kids' movies, and I'm like I said to my husband, "This is a few years." I said, "I didn't realize it was, like, that bad. All they were talking about is TNA." I didn't even realize it. So, because when the kids are a little bit young, I didn't know that I wanted them to, like, see some of the stuff, but it wasn't, like, full steamy or anything like that. It was just, like, typical high school type movies where the guys are smoking weed and talking about n nailing some chick, right? Because that's kinda how it was back then. Yeah, he does. He's funny. He is funny. He has a lot of dad jokes. Those are kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I tell him all the time. He'll tell me a dad joke, and I'll look at him, and I'll say, "Did you just write that yourself?" And I just stare at him, and then I slap my leg and go, "Yeah, that was not funny." And then he laughs. Now his new thing is he's gonna take pictures and video of me all the time because I always have a camera, that's why. I said, "Hold on, let me get my best angle." And then I, like, twist myself and do some weird dance and break dance because I act silly, or I grab one of my doll heads. Yeah, he cracks up. Like, what did I do? Oh, my husband and my son were watching, like, a movie, and this song came on. I forget what song it is, but it's, like, makes you wanna dance. So we have, like, a hallway, in front of our, like, living room that's open, and it's hardwood floor, so I had my socks on, and I started doing the moonwalk and doing, like, the wave and, like, the Roger Rabbit, and they were laughing so yeah, 'cause it was, like, the perfect song for it. Yeah. My kids are looking at me like, "Mom." I'm like, "What?" No, I'm not doing the worm. I used to be able to do it. I can't now. You didn't realize 16 Candles had all the yeah. Yeah, that's the one we watched, and then they got the scene with the panties and all that, and I'm over here going I mean, my daughter's fine because she's 18, but then my son is younger. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Oh, Less Than Zero, I remember that. I think we watched Weird Science. Yeah, Weird Science had some scenes in it too. Mhm. Oh, the uncensored? Yeah. Yeah, you forget about that stuff. So we let the kids watch it. We watch Breakfast Club, and I'm just like, cause the kids in the school, they're not drinking beers, not really. They're not smoking weed, not really. They're friends, There might be a couple of kids, but majority of the kids aren't doing that, from what my kids tell me. But, I don't know, it's just kinda weird. But now I'm like I'm pretty honest, like, with my kids, if they ask me a question, I tell them. Oh, St. Elmo's Fire was so good with Rob Lowe in there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the kids look on the internet. "Sue, thank you for the tip." Gulp. Did you hear it? "How are you, my friend?" Yeah, kids look shit up. They draw naughty pictures. I don't care. I don't care. It's natural to be curious about stuff. Yeah. You did? Oh. Mm. You were young, though, when it came out, right? I'd say how I found out, because back then, parents didn't talk to you about those things at all. Yeah, they didn't. I remember my mom tried to talk to me about the birds and the bees or sex, and I said to her, "I already know everything, it's fine." And she's like, "No, I don't think you do." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." Yeah, I never did. They didn't. Mm-mm. I'm like, I was the 5th kid, like, really? I think I asked my sister, and I think maybe. And the only reason why I said I knew a lot of things already is because I had older friends, and they would tell me. And the movies too, yeah. Yep. Yeah, my parents never my dad definitely not. But, like, if I could go to my mom and ask her a question or whatever I remember one time I asked her a certain question, and then she just kinda looked at me for a minute, and it caught her off guard, I think. I won't say what the question was, but, she never gave me an answer. She never gave me an answer in my whole life. We just didn't go there. Yeah, it was funny though. Oh my gosh, that's funny. How are you, Sue? You still don't curse around your mom? That's okay. I cursed with my mom. My mom cursed. Her favorite curse word was, "Oh, shit." I rarely heard my mom say the F word, but she did say it. She's Italian, so she didn't even have to say anything. She could just look at you. But yeah, like with her mom, they never cussed. Yeah, they never did. That's crazy, C1. You're good. You're watching Manifest finally, and you can't sleep. What is that? What is that on? Is that on Netflix? Is that one of the new hot shows? You do too, baby Huey? Yeah, like I've cursed lots of times with my mom, telling her, but never like to her. Uh, I know. Oh, I haven't seen it. Netflix, it's older. Okay. We pay for Netflix. My husband's like, we should cancel it. We never use it. I'm like, what are you talking about? I watch it all the time. I only said that because there's a couple shows on there I'm watching. One of them just is on hiatus. So I don't want, I mean, I don't know. We really don't use it. Watch on Hulu more. I know when you're young, you don't know, but then I feel like we knew more stuff or we not did more stuff like that, but we just were like we had more skills and things like that. Not about that, but just in general. You need to get back to Friends? Is that what you were watching, or you just mean us? Your parents were like a Checkers? It's alright. They say the most smartest people curse. But Jen, you curse though, right? Just not around mom? We had MTV. Heck yeah. You know what was MTV just, I think it was yesterday or today, is like 40 years it started, 45 years. Oh, right, right, right. You did? So you didn't know? I'll tell you the funniest story. Actually, I better not tell it here, but it's funny. Um, there's some red chat, they're talking about sex. I remember I worked in a Catholic school, and a little kid told me and they were like a 7th grader because it was the 8th grade. I say a little kid, they're not, they're a teen, but still. And they're like, "Oh, I had sex with someone." I'm like, "Oh, really?" Like, what am I gonna say? I don't even wanna have this conversation. I said, "Oh, really?" And they were like, "Yeah, I did it like this." And they literally said I sat on their lap. They didn't know what it meant. They didn't know. But I'm just like, "Oh my gosh." Yeah. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Your mom doesn't notice anything. You put a "honk if you're horny" sticker on our car. You did? That's a good one. She hasn't noticed it yet? Oh my gosh, Barb. That's a good prank. Honk if you're horny sticker, bumper sticker. It sounds like 40-year-old virgin story. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. Hold on, I gotta check. That's funny. How about you guys? Your dog is pregnant. Oh, gross. Just kidding. Oh, yeah? What kind of dog do you have? This is YouTube. Virgins. Too funny. What's up, Connor? How you doing? You had to finally tell her? So how long was it on her car for? Wait, she doesn't notice anything. Oh, I see it, cut it off. She got honked at for 6 months? Oh my god. Yeah, they're really strict. I worked at a Catholic school, an after-school daycare program, and at first I was like a volunteer from high school, and then I got hired on, and then I became the supervisor of it, and there was a lot of rules. Um, in order for us to let the kids watch a Disney movie or anything, we had to have a permission slip from every parent. If we didn't get 100%, parents signing off, we couldn't play it at all. It had to be 100%. We had this one mom, she did not allow her kids to watch Disney or any of that crap, so we could never play movies. I remember one time we were trying to watch, like E.T. or something, and the principal's like, "Oh, we don't allow that movie." I was like, "What?" But because of there's, like, one scene in it, yeah. Just VeggieTales, pretty much, and then they had here's the funny part, we had a TV that we would roll out on a cart, and then we had to plug it into, like, the coax cable, like, screw it in, and they had, like, Nickelodeon channel, and they had all these Disney cartoons on there, but we didn't need a permission slip for that, and it was, like, part of their cafeteria, so there was, like, a stage and stuff, so then we'd have the TV and we'd pull the curtain a little bit closed, so to yeah, and I'm just like, "Wait, they can't watch a Disney movie, but they can watch Nickelodeon and the Disney Channel, because we used to get the Disney Channel free there, back then. We got all those channels free, now you gotta pay for them. You had them in church too? Yeah. This Catholic school was so strict, it was ridiculous. Yeah, it was like, "Come on." But you know, that wasn't my religion or anything, but I just worked there, and that was the strict really, really strict. Yeah, those rolling cart TVs were the best. Yep. So sometimes, because there was, like, 3 of us employees, me and another guy, he was, like, kinda like, a year older than me, he's still my friend today, and then this other chick who, was funny, nobody knew but me, but her mom was, like, the boss of this whole program, and then we had this lady, her name was Joan, she was an older lady, and we would put MTV on. "Hello, Blake, how you doing?" We would put MTV on, the kids loved it, and it was cool because we had, like, a drum set, we had a piano, um, oh, what else was over there? I think there was, like, some guitars. So we had this kid, and he was, like he made a little band after school, and they would play every day on the drums, but I would only give him, like, 15 minutes 'cause it's so loud in there. Oh, yeah, I was live last night, I probably went off already. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for thinking about it. YouTube is wild tonight, I know. They wanted peanuts and crack. This woman stole from the church. How'd you know? I got kicked out. No, I didn't steal from no church. These are the comments. I should have, huh? I should have. Oh, I did steal one time. I did steal from the church. It's a funny story. So, it's a Catholic school, so they have, like, this carnival where they make a ton of money off booze, and I knew this guy and his wife, they were the sweetest people, and so when I was running this daycare thing, they made some of the food, and there were Italians, and so they had a kit we were in the cafeteria thing, so in the back, behind the stage was, like, a whole, kitchen, and so we would keep our lunches in there, and so the guy says to me one day, his name was Frank, and he was a little guy, and he talked, like, with a scratchy voice, and he said and I was like, "What's up, Frank?" And he takes me in the kitchen, he goes, "Are you hungry? Want some meatballs?" I go, "No, I'm good." He goes, "These are from the carnival," and I'm like, "I'd be stealing them, I better pay." He's like, I didn't really steal them. He made me a big ass meatball sandwich, and then he's like, "You better eat it back here." So I ate mine back there, and then I went out and I told my coworkers, so that he fed all of us. It was so cool. They were so good. Homemade meatballs. I think he made like 3 or 4,000 of them. Yeah, crazy. I miss that. He and his wife both have died now, several years, but they made the best. Those meatball sandwiches were amazing. Yeah, they were so good. Am I Catholic now? Oh, I don't even discuss religion here. Yeah, religion is not for my stream. That's just me. I'm me. I'm in my own religion. I'm in a cult, actually, to be honest. Isn't it cool how random acts of kindness can heck yeah, I'll never forget that story because, like, when I think about that, the smell, I can still smell, oh, that mozzarella cheese with it was so good. Well, I'm not gonna debate that or talk about that. I already kinda made my statement, you know? Yeah. In general, I just don't discuss those things because I feel like it's I don't care what people believe in or any of that, but I think it's their business. So I don't discuss it here. Yeah. But I like that they drink and eat meatballs. That carnival would make like $150,000, and it was like a 3-day carnival, and it'd be all off booze. Yeah, all their money because I volunteered for years at it, and I would work with, like, the cakewalk. They used to have a cakewalk was so much fun, but the alcohol booth, they'd make a ton of money. You could buy a house. Yeah. He was Oh, yeah, he was Sicilian. Yep, him and his wife, she was a tiny her name was Kitty, Frank and Kitty. Here's the crazier part. My friend who I worked with at the school, they were her next door neighbors, she did not like them. They were, like, nosy. It was really the guy, and, like, he'd be yelling 'cause she rented a room, and her room was, like, next door to their house, and she said, "That guy is horrible," and I'm like, "But he's so nice." She goes, "No, if you live next to him." Anyway, she ate and stuff and talked to him, but she's like, "Yeah, I don't like that Frank." She would say, like, "I don't like that Frank guy." Anyway, yeah. So, but those days, they're gone, and then he would make those other sandwiches, like the Italian sausage, those were really good. And they'd have about 10 different food booths. They still have the it's called a fiesta. They're just not they're not like they used to be, you know? My friend's family runs one of the booths. They have for, like, 25 years at least. Their booth is all Thai food. It's incredible. Oh my gosh, the beef sticks are so good. But I went last time, they were like $7 a piece. Everything just went up. All full-size candy bars? That's cool. Feeding people is your love language? Oh, wait. Feeding people was a love language to so many people. My grandma would always want to feed me oh, yeah. Was your grandma was Italian, you said? Or no? I feel like she was. Or Polish. German, okay. Not even close. I know with, like, Italians in my family, whenever you went to their house and they're like, "Are you hungry?" And I'm like, "No, not really." And they're like, "Let me just fix you something. Let me fix you something." You can't say no. And they come out with a whole freaking spread. It was insane. You could go home and have, like, 6 meals all the time. Even if I saw my cousin I have a cousin, Karen, she's the same way still. The newer generation isn't like that. They're like, "Yeah, there's the fridge, go help yourself." But, like, the old school, yeah. "Oh, yeah, yeah. Let me make you a little platter to go after you eat that." You have dead goldfish that's random. Dead goldfish buried throughout your yard from the carnival? How does that happen, Sue? From buying so many games and them not making it? That's funny. Yo, Tina, it's been fabulous. Thank you so much. I hope yours has as well. Yeah, the goldfish never made it. They went to the ocean. Yeah. Mm. I know we won some not that long ago. Wait, free goldfish when you played a game. Oh my gosh. Your son oh, because you had to parry 'em all. Then he learned you could flush. Oh my goodness. That's funny. That's really funny. Fang, Goldie, Freddie. We had, 2 goldfish that we won at my mom's carnival, the one that I grew up going to. I did not go this last year. We went, like, every year. It was always around her birthday, and, we went, like, 8 years ago, and the fish yeah, those are good names, my daughter had it she named them Onion and Spicy. I don't even know how she came up with those names, but she probably was, like, 8 years old when that happened, 8 or 10. High maintenance fish, yeah. Have a little funeral. We did when they died. Yeah, and we had them for a long time. Usually, they die in a couple of days, but we had them for several months. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those were some good names. I once have a goldfish and a white elephant game, and the new rule the following year was no live animals. Sea swan. Yeah, it's like we don't have any animals right now, and I love animals, but I'm so glad because 'cause I'm tired of taking care of other things that yeah, it just I just don't want to. Because every time we get something, a lizard or whatever, who's taking care of it? Because they forget. Moi. Me, I'm like, "I'm not. No more. You get it, you better take care of it." Yeah. I did that all growing up. I don't wanna do that no more. It was your first white elephant too, and you bought a fish? Oh my gosh, that's a good one though. How the hell did you have it without them, like, opening it? Did you put it in a Ziploc bag or what? Was it in a Ziploc bag? Yeah. I can't believe it's already oh, yeah, the I know what you're talking about now, right. That's actually kinda cool, but then they made the rule because of you, no live animals. That's freaking crazy funny. That I should tell my sister about that because she does with her husband's family, there's a lot of them, and they do that as well, that game. That would be funny, my aunt's Christmas party to do that. I those women would she has a women-only Christmas party, and, I didn't go for several years, I just didn't wanna go, and then I didn't go to the last one, and I went to the one after my mom passed away, and it was weird, my mom wasn't there, but I was able to hang out with my sister, and then I spent the night at her house, and then we went to dinner and well, no, we didn't go to dinner, we went there, and then we went and stayed up super late, and then we had just some nice bonding time, and then we went out for breakfast or brunch, really, and then I went home. That's funny. I'm gonna try that. I think I'll do that. Trying to think who I could give a fish to. Oh, that's cool. We had one of those big tanks one time, and it started leaking, so my husband decided to fix it. And I said, "Just throw the damn thing out and buy one." And he's like, "No, it'll be fine." I'm not kidding you. Like 2 weeks later, the whole thing exploded. The fish is dead. Yeah. He tried to fix it, yeah, because you could reseal something. It was a tiny leak, and I was like, "Don't do that." And it just fell apart, all 4 sides. Yeah. But we had a like a 500-gallon one. It was huge, and I was like, we got I don't know, we bought it. What did we had fish in it for a very short while, and I was like, it was so much work. It was beautiful. It was that acrylic, and then it was a wood cabinet. It didn't match our decor. Our decor is very minimal and, like, kinda, like, dark and grays. Well, actually, our furniture that's in there is like a I don't know, it's like, almost black brown, and that was like a wood color. I was gonna refinish it and paint it, and then I'm like, "You know what, can you just sell it?" It was too much work. Yeah. I couldn't tell you what fish were in it. Yeah, because the other one was glass, an older one. "This will be your first ever Xmas without your son. He is going out of town with his wife." Oh my gosh, Jen. Well, I know that's so weird, right? Well, I know you're gonna find something good, plus we'll all be probably in and on here on Whatnot. Oh, yeah, remember that? I was too. What was that stuff called? It was that rubber "You guys, I could spray it on this boat and it will still float." Yeah, that guy. My son knows the my son knows the commercial. He should have tried it. Flex tape, Flex Seal. Yeah. I didn't see that. I said it at the same time. Yeah, Flex Seal. Yeah, that guy with the Billy Mays wannabe. The Billy Mays wannabe. That's who that guy was. Yep. Came years later. Your son had 2 tiny milk frogs, Barbie and Robin. Robin escaped. I'm sure she's no, Sue, no. No. I know, he shoulda did it. Yeah, not I know, Billy Mays died several years ago. Yeah, I'm sure people did. Oh, yes. I had an aunt, an auntie, Aunt Mary. She was a pistol whipping, beer drinking chick. She was cool. She was cool. She had a lot of stories, and she told me this story one time when her kids were young that, back in the day, if you had a hamster, you'd take it out and put it in, like, a shoebox so you could clean the cage, right? She was such a goofball. I wouldn't call her dumb, but she just kinda spacey, and she had little incidents here and there. So she thought she'd be a good mom. The kids were supposed to clean it, but they were kinda young. So they had a little cage with a hamster wheel on it, 'kay? And she didn't think. It was like a warm day, so she got a shoebox. She put a little aluminum foil in it. Yeah, and put the lid on it and put the hamster, poked some holes in it. Well, it was hot that day, I guess, so I guess she had it outside. You already know where it's going. She messed up. Yeah, and it was like a special colored one and everything, like, it had, like, 3, 4 dots on it. Oh, yeah. So, she cleans the cage. She's like, "I cleaned that cage," and I thought, just drinking a beer, having a good time. It's not time to pick the kids up yet. She goes outside to get it, and she's like, it's because usually it moves around, makes noise, and she opened the box, and she was like so she took it to the pet shop, 'kay? She's like, "I'll go to the pet shop," and she's like they only have 1, they live in, like, a tiny, tiny, tiny town, and she told the guy, and he's like, "Yeah, it was the foil on a hot day," cooked him. So, anyway, he had one real close to it. So she I think its name was, like, Butter. The kid named it Butter or something. And so she took it, put it in the cage, it was all good. She's goes and gets the kids, comes home, and then she's like I think it was her daughters, and her daughter's like, "Mom, Butter's missing one of the spots." She's like, "Oh, it must have, like, morphed or something." Anyway, she didn't know for a little while, right? And Butter was a girl, and then one day, I don't know, or no, Butter was a boy, and then one day it had babies, and she's like, "Mom, this isn't my hamster. What happened to my hamster?" So she never changed the cage again after that. Yeah. She cooked. Yeah, the woman was like a menace, that's what her son said. But, like, she had the biggest heart, was the funnest. But there were little things like that. Wild, yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, I wouldn't put it in the sun, but, like, line the shoebox with foil? It's funny, but it's not funny, you know? Yeah, hilarious. There was some other things, they had, like, a chicken farm, and she did some other things. I forget right now, I have them written down, they're actually pretty funny. Yeah, she was a good one. Lots of little stories like that, I just love. Oh, yeah. They wanted to take me bowling, that's right, I forgot about that. They wanted to take me bowling in the, supermarket on Thanksgiving with a frozen turkey. I'm like, "What? Is that what you?" Because they were from one of the Dakotas. You love a good Me too, I do too, Jen. No, I never saw that. I don't know what that movie is. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, so I went to visit, for my uncle my great uncle's funeral, my favorite uncle in the whole world, and they were drinking beers, like, they were older, they were cool as shit. They were like my dad's cousins, so some of them are, like, in their 60s, 70s, couple were a little bit late 70s, and they're like, "Let's ditch this place, let's go bowling." I'm like, "You got a bowling alley here?" She's like, "Yeah, we don't live in BFE." I was like, "Alright, let's go." We go to the supermarket, and the other ones, I don't know what she put, some other frozen something or other, and she's like, "Grab one of those turkeys." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, they started throwing the turkey down the fricking store floor. I'm like, "Is this what you guys do here?" Yeah, they did it. They did a quick game. They knocked him down with a frozen turkey. Turkey bowling is a thing. Yeah. I'm like, "You guys are nuts. You gonna go tip some cows next?" They're like, "Do you wanna?" They were like, they're still cool as ever. They're all still going. Aunt Mary, she's not, but the other ones are like the older ones now, you know? You wish the Insomniac Club would meet. Oh, everybody meet. Well, there's always whatnot meetups. Yep, there's all kinds of meetups. So I was gonna have one in October, but I'm not. I'm moving it till next year, and it's to be determined. So, but I've met some folks on the whatnot. It's kind of cool. Like when I went to the April uh, whatnot seller summit, there's just so many people, and there's just not enough time. You know, you say hi to people, and it's cool, and then you meet a bunch. But I met a lot of people at that one. Shoot, we were up all night. We were up late. Some of my friends that I met, we hung out in the lobby. We were streaming like at midnight, and they're East Coast people that were hanging out. It was fun. Yeah, when we came back to our hotel, because a lot of us were staying in the same hotel, we're like, "Where is everybody?" We sit at the hotel of the event. Like, "Where is everybody?" Everybody was in bed like 9, 10 o'clock. We're at like 12, 1, 2 AM. Yeah, I'm like, but it worked out good, plus it's technically easier for me because it's plus 2 hours ahead. So I was technically, streaming a little bit earlier. Well, if I didn't say it tonight, thank you guys for being here. I'm curious to see what this shipping, glitch that, Resale and Everything was saying earlier, and then Brooke rated, and so we stopped talking about I don't wanna talk about shipping now because we already did all that. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm probably gonna raid because I figure, you know, I'll sleep in a little bit tomorrow. Yeah. I really have thought about doing a couple of daytime shows, but I just can't get into it because 'cause I'm doing so much other stuff. What's up? Oh, that was weird. I saw Madison's name on here. You've done 2 shows with the new shipping? I think it's the same if you have your shipping right. Yeah. I've done 3 and I've sold, and I haven't sold a volume, but I've sold enough, even some over 5 pounds, and it wasn't an issue. Well, tomorrow's Sunday. Today is Sunday, so tonight's show is Sunday night. Yeah, I'm doing coffee talk. I do it every Tuesday. Mhm. That's my daytime show. I know people come to there and they're like, "Dee, I can't believe you're on." I'm like, "Dude, I've been doing it for." Oh, it probably didn't change the time. It's scheduled. Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate it. You can drink coffee. You don't have to drink coffee. You could drink tea if you want. Drink some water. Yeah, you can drink water, tea, Coke, whatever you want. Diet Coke. I don't care. Sometimes I drink tea. Sometimes it's tea time. What do you mean it isn't? There's no show scheduled? Maybe I'm gonna quit. Let's see. I do have the show. It's just not, let's see. 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're scheduled. It's just not titled, or the time will get changed. I'll just redo it. You're telling a friend about it? Yeah, I just have to go in, and I usually check it on Sundays, and sometimes I title them, sometimes they're just numbered, and I just change the time. So it'll probably be at the 7:43. I was doing them at 7:23, but I don't wanna get up. I need that extra 20 minutes. Well, that way I can drink a little coffee. So Tuesday will be, let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, August 4th, so 795. Here, we'll fix it right now. I have to change it to coffee talk and change the time. Oh, I don't want that time. 7:43. If I get up early, I'll go live earlier, and we'll put some mods in there. Yeah, thank you for telling me, but I usually check it on Sundays to make sure. Oh, you have a good night too. Oh, the Frosty, I can't eat those. I can't have those. I remember those little tiny ones, they were pretty good at Wendy's. Remember the keychain? It was like $1. Yeah, I don't do those. Oh, thank you for sharing it to your friend, I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for telling me though, but I check them on Sundays, and sometimes I try to curate the week, but sometimes I just don't, I leave it. Yeah, I just see what happens with the algorithm. Thanks for bookmarking them, I appreciate you. I did switch the time, 7:43 AM. But I am gonna add one more daytime, I just don't know what day I'm gonna add it. I might do it every other Saturday morning or a Sunday. I haven't really decided at all, on top of the Tuesday one. But I really try to have, like, an agenda. So if I'm talking about shipping, I'm only talking about shipping. If I'm talking about coupons and marketing and things like that, I'm only talking about that. Because otherwise, you're, like, all over the place, it's distracting, and I like it to be, like, kind of, structured a little bit. And then the shipping show that I'm gonna do, the private stream, I'm gonna wait and do it, towards the end of the month when everybody's tested the shipping out. Yeah, when my kids go back to, like, school and stuff. Then I know my schedule. Get out of here. What's up, Callie? How you doing, sis? Yeah, so I want people to, like, test it out and see so they could form some opinions and feedback. And I'm not accepting anybody who's a brand new seller. You have to have at least 3 or 4 shows, 2 or 3. Yeah. If I've told you that you're okay, then you're okay, but there's some people that haven't even sold anything, so I'm not gonna bring those people into the shipping class. It's just to help people, it's free, but I'm gonna either do it in 2 sessions, and I know there's been a few people that have, like, 3 or 4,000 items sold. I'm not gonna be having people that have sold that much. They should know the shipping already. Yep, they should have enough experience to be able to do that. So, really, I'm gonna use my judgment on it, and they have to have, yeah, have to have some shows, sold at least, a couple of items, and, no more probably than 500 sold, because that's really kind of a newish seller. You like the way I do my listings and share like it should be? Some folks put a few listings. Oh, yeah, well, you can pre-bid only on auction stuff. It's a lot, like, sometimes you don't sell the stuff in the marketplace. Sometimes, like, it's so weird if I keep adding stuff, then I sell stuff. It's just like any platform. It'll be interesting how the algorithm changes and the listing search discovery increases. I think the way I've listed it is gonna work in my benefit. I just gotta keep adding. No, I'm not gonna bring people in with 4K, even if they sold stickers. Hey, there's people that sell stickers, like, as their business on here, right? I know they probably do need the help. It will. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting though, huh? And Brooke, if you want, I'll send you the link about the thing. If you want me to, I'll send you the link about what Posh Pim and I were talking about earlier. It's interesting. A lot of people don't even know it exists. Yeah. I mean, you can search for that. Yeah. Well, in like a raid train, there's not much time usually. People need to list. Okay, I will. I'll send it. I'll text you tomorrow. Um, People forget that they're in a raid train. It's fast, 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 fast. If you're in a raid train, it's best to put anything in the buy it now that's like under $5. Put your items under $5, 10, even under $10. Um, just to kind of get them to, and less than 50 items. I mean, you could put whatever you want, but I feel like people have, they can go through it real quick in 5 minutes to see what they want. You spend all day going through and curate. Yay, that's awesome, Jen. I know I met somebody that sold like 8,000 stickers. I'm like, well, what kind of stickers are there? And she's like, oh, I buy them in bulk. I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, yeah, from like Amazon. I was like, oh, nice. Well, what are you going to be selling? Vintage. I said, oh, okay. Yeah. I'm like, do you know how to wrap, pack? It doesn't matter. They sold some stuff, right? They're making money. I watched a girl sell 175 stickers the other day at $7 to $15 a sticker. New seller. And she didn't know anybody. She just had cool stickers, like really cool stickers, actually. She had a few vintage stickers. So one of them went for like 35 bucks. Yeah. Some people just buy worthless junk on here all day long. I was shocked. Like I had no idea some of those stickers were that much. You just saw a show today and the sellers admitted stickers were, yeah, it's true. It's true. There were some sellers stating that, um, they were stating that if you wanted to go to their private show, buy this sticker here. That's where we're doing all our giveaways. That's a against the rules. Can't do that. Yeah, I saw a very popular volume seller selling mystery, and somebody sent me the same message telling me. And I'm like, "This is why we can't have nice things and people still break the rules," and it's I just unless we're allowed to do them, I guess we're allowed to do them if they can. It ruins for everyone, but, like, if someone reports them, nothing happens. Nothing happens, and it's kinda frustrating because we would all love to do mystery, I'm sure. Yeah, and then I saw another person selling mystery boxes. They're probably gonna get booted off soon because their reviews are terrible. It's like 3.2 or 3.8. It's really bad. Yeah, mystery is not allowed. Did you know this? If you do surprise sets, you can't have, like, a family member buy from the surprise set, so nobody that's related to you is allowed to bid on any of the surprise sets. I think they should, like even mods, like, I think mods should get banned from bidding on those items too. Because usually the mods are, like depending on how close the mod is to the business, they're employees of the business, some of them. Yeah. It's a hook. Yeah, it's a hook. Um, well, the thing is on buyer's giveaways, like, anybody could enter it. They could fill a form out and enter it, you can't do anything about it, but the behavior I see from sellers who do a lot of volume is ugly. Who cares who wins it? They gotta go through the trouble of filling out a form, so what? Naturally, you want it to go to your buyers who actually spend money with you, but you can't control that, it's just part of the sweepstakes laws that state and federal. Will anything happen? I don't know. Yeah, but you can do a giveaway if you want or not. It's up to you, but there is something with giveaways. There is something with the gift card giveaways, but though you gotta keep in mind too when you were talking about that, but in general, those giveaways for gift cards that they're running $100, $50, $20, $5 every 5 minutes, the only person that's paying for that is a sponsored giveaway. I don't know, Nurse Sarah. What are you doing up? It's so late. Did you have a date? Are you still awake? I know, we should go to bed. You just won 120 minutes ago? You want it, but are you gonna get it? Good stories. You know you love it. Yeah. You chatting with some new old ones? I love it. You're going to meetup in Arizona? Hey, Brooke, are you going to, Mickey's meetup? It's in January. And then February is supposedly the rumored Whatnot meetup in Atlanta. I don't then don't go backwards, go forward. You wanna go. Yeah, that one I wanna go to too. There's a few that Michelle's Deals is having one too in October, but I don't know if I'm able to go to that one. You won maybe 2,000 giveaways? Less than 3 have ever been sent. Gotta know the right ones to enter, yeah. When somebody writes "Givey" and then they claim it's a $50 one, I don't even bother entering those. I rarely enter them. If it's some cute thing or something I think I might want, then I'll enter it, but Starbucks, or, like, Walmart or whatever, I haven't seen any Target gift cards in a long time. There you go, what Foxy Jen said. Yeah. You missed all maybe you were here, I don't know. Just put an ad on Penny Saver, Sarah. You just gotta make sure there's nothing there. Yeah, you gotta try it out. Oh, shop 801 Lane, that's a good one, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just know one of my friends won an iPad, and it took a couple of months to get it. She did finally get it, but it was like a 10-year-old one, refurb. I think that was terrible. It's good that they did, but they should state that it's refurbished and it's 10 years old. Yeah, people should have to say that. They must buy, like, in bulk. Yeah, but I feel like, if I wanna enter a giveaway, I'm gonna, but I don't need a giveaway to be in somebody's show. Nope, they're a huge seller on this app. Huge one. They're a volume seller. Yep, but 2 months, 2 months, 2 months. Very common with the seller. Yep, because nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. I don't know how they make it like the post office received the shipment, but they didn't. Yeah, I know a couple of people that have won some pretty big giveaways, and they did get them, but it took a long time. You won 4 iPads, 3 new and 1 used, like, 10-year junker. Yeah. I just feel like people should just say what it is, right? But, they don't. They don't. I've won some nice things on here. I won a broken MacBook Pro. Um, yeah, it's a new MacBook Pro. I got it, and it was not new. I was, like, kind of excited, like, I was like, "Oh, cool, a second thing." But guess what? It wasn't that old, and it was an easy fix. Yeah, I have it down here. They bury their mistakes with volume by selling more. I hope they change it. I do too. I do too. And I think, like, when they block the person, because if I remember correctly, if the order is canceled, you can't leave a review. And then sometimes people block a person because they don't want the feedback, and they can't leave a review. But I don't know, because I haven't really blocked somebody, um, like, who has purchased from me, you know? No, because if they limit the giveaways, that means the giveaway system is rigged, so they cannot do that. Yeah, they can't do that. It would be a rigged thing, so nobody would participate. Yeah, all people make mistakes, that's being human. That's true, Brooke, like, they could sell 2,000 items and then have 4 or 5 feedbacks that get buried, and then they still stay at 5.0 because it's that 180-day average in the account health that keeps them afloat. I just saw somebody, I was really surprised, like, they do a lot of volume, and they were like a 4.7, 4.6. "Hey, Mike, how are you?" A filled-in star and some don't? That's probably on the 5.0 reviews. That's, I think, the reviews. Let me see. I have 5.0 right now, but I have before had, 4.9. Oh, you mean like on their profile where it says 5.0 4K? I don't know, maybe it's just something they have. Maybe Premiere Shop? Yes, for sure, I make shipping mistakes. It totally happens. I just mean people are being dishonest about giveaway. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. That is 100% true, bro. How are you, Mike? What's going on? Oh, I don't know, Voxygen. Maybe it was just like a random thing. I'm looking at a couple to see. A lot of them I see the stars not filled in. I saw a show one day and the seller's kind of popular, but not like a top tier seller on the platform, but like popular. But they sell a lot of like volume. And they're yeah, I haven't seen that, Jen. Yeah, I have no idea. That's a good observation. I forgot what I was gonna say. I think as I was reading something else. I see 4.0 below average support, but a premium shop. It makes no sense to me either. Yep. And it could be that they just got Premiere, but the review was before that that amount of time that they needed to maintain Premiere shop status, or they're about to lose it. Yeah, because I know a few people on here that, I know what I was talking about. I know a few people on here, like, that I've met, and they had one tiny thing, and they lost Premiere. They got it back, and, their review thing was, like, I think they were complaining on a show because it was, like, 4.9, and it was and then next month they made the Premiere, and then it they were still able to have it, but they couldn't keep it. It was too hard. No idea. No idea. I have no idea. I don't go look. Yeah. Yeah, I just doesn't matter to me, you know? That's one person, but that's not even the person I was talking about. But I was gonna say this one person that is, popular on the app, their reviews, they sell so much volume that, for what they've been doing, that they stay at 5.0, but they do have negative feedback. And the worst thing ever is if you get a bad review, you get a bad review. Learn from it. Do better. Don't reply to the person on the feedback and say, "Well, you should have read the show. I said what I said, and this is da 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 da." My star is filled in. Oh, thank you for you. Yeah, you don't wanna ever reply to those. I need unless they're positive. I know. Sarah, you know what that does for me? When I read that, I'm like, "Man, that seller's an asshole. Why would you even reply that way? That's terrible." Yeah, and I forget exactly. More attention that looks bad. The best thing to do is write I saw somebody that wrote, like, a perfect response. They had a few bad, reviews. Like, so instead of getting a 5, they got, like, a 4.2, or they got a 3.2 or a 1.0, and they wrote, "Thank you for your feedback. I apologize for making this mistake. I will do better the next time. Please reach out to me so I can take care of you. Sincerely." And then I forgot what her name was, but I thought, wow, and every one of them had something similar. She didn't cut and paste them. They were just all like that, and she had, like, 4 of them. She was a new seller, but it was, like, way down. I would love to see on the rating page to be able and they know they're not gonna put it, but maybe, why not? If you're listening, it would be beautiful if we had the option to filter the feedback. Yes, that. So, highest review, lowest, just so we could see because, people go in patterns, people behavior patterns. And they might be great for a while, and then you could see, but I read one and I forget what it was, and I was like, "Yep, that sounds about right for that seller." I could tell what kind of person they were. I've been in their stream one time, and their reply back was horrible. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you." And I just thought, sometimes we overreact so fast. If we just slowed down and, like, read what somebody did like, I have so many great reviews, and I should take the time to write everybody back to say thank you, right? I always have that plan to do that. It never happens. Yeah. And I don't wanna cut and paste it so every answer is the same either. But I have gotten a couple of, like, bad reviews, and I'm like, um, I write them back, and I'm like, "Hey, let me make this right. I made a mistake. I'll own up to it," or, because it makes no sense just arguing, like, I had this one item and I know the condition was what it was, and they complained the same condition I called out in the live, and I'm like, "Have you looked at the video receipt?" But at that point, it's like, it's a waste of time to argue, just, "You wanna send it back, send it back, and then once I get it back, you'll get a refund." That's pretty much. Some people do, I always check the reviews. I don't rate people that have less than 5.0. Nope, I don't. I have before a couple times, but I tend to wanna, raid people who have a good feedback score. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's unusable. Yeah, you just reach out to the seller 'cause, now every seller, I believe, now has to take care of their own customer service. I got, like, 3 messages today of people referring me to help people with that. I'm like, "Go read the terms. I'm not customer service." These people have never come in my shows. Oh, so international is a little bit different. Yeah, I don't know all the ins and out. Where's it from, Jen? That is true, but that's why it's important to write that in your description. Yep. It's always important to write that in your description. I know a lot of people do random pulls. It's just a risk. Canada. Yeah, so Canada has this tariff thing. So you got an extra bill. Yep, it's a shitty mess that we've had for like, what, 2 years now? Yeah. So you pay the shipping, you pay the duty, then there's a tariff, another tariff, I believe. Did you get it? Do you know Kim, the Red Rooster? You should go to her show. The Red Rooster, she's like, I know I hate it for our friend. I love the Canadian sellers so much, but she literally is the queen of Canada. Yeah. Bookmark, follow. I love Kim. Kim has helped Whatnot with so many cool things with box size and different things. And she can explain why you got the bill in the mail. I haven't been following the Canadian shipping that much for Canada Post. So I'm no expert on that. But Kim absolutely hands down is. No, I know. I'm not saying from her. I'm saying to know why you got it, and she'll answer any questions you have about international shipping. She should. That's which one did you get? The Arrow, the coffee? I think we could buy it here. Yeah, and some stores sell it. It was so good. Is that what you had for dinner that night, right? You should have went with us to we went to Whataburger. I know. But by the time we ate it later because we were talking to Jen's Multiverse and Elise Randoms in the lobby, and Leslie and I. So we ate a little bit later because we ran into them. So we didn't want to be rude. Like we should just start eating. They didn't care. Oh, okay. No, I just meant like she might be able to answer a little, give you more inside knowledge about like the tariff and the duties. And there's a lot. There was a lot of issues with that with people because they didn't know they'd get another bill in the mail. And Sarah was busy with the Uber driver. We were all at that private bar after party. It was so fun, huh? Yeah, and they're gonna do it in Atlanta, I guess. That's the rumor. In, like, February 5th, I think? Sarah? Can't wait. You gonna go? Me too. It's my birthday month. I was like, "Oh, I hope they don't have it on my birthday, because my birthday's on a Saturday." But we'll see. I don't know. But I'd still go, actually. Yeah, I'd still go. I just don't know where. They haven't announced anything. Y'all come to Tennessee. I don't know about that. Darren's there right now, ThriftWorks. I will. It's my 1,000 days will be on February 26th. That would have been cool if they would have did it. I would have been able to stream my last one wherever the event was. Yeah. I know. Wouldn't that be so cool? It almost worked out. Hello, whatnot. Change it. I know. I would have streamed at that for sure. Yeah, 1,000 days is gonna be on February 26th. Hopefully, I don't oversleep. Yeah, the meetup was so cool just to meet. I got to meet Nurse Sarah, I got to meet Brooke, got to meet George's Finds, ThriftWorks, A Reworker's Passion, I Love Discounts. I got to meet the Frugal Couture, Grant, because of Sarah, I got to meet Grant, the co-founder of Whatnot, the CEO. He was a really nice guy. Like, almost like just real chill, yeah. Nope, didn't meet you guys. Then I'm leaving the platform. After my 1,000 days, you know it. Yeah, I think she's going to that. Grant and Sarah. I know Sarah met Grant a couple times, right? What's up, Jeremiah? Yeah, I'll do what I want. How do you hear about these? Um, I'm involved with Whatnot as a host, and so they informed me about it, and then they had it on their website, and so people could buy tickets for like $75, and it covered the whole day and breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was actually pretty cool. Yeah, it was really, really cool, and it sold out like within like 2 weeks from them announcing it. Not even that, maybe it was less. And they sold about 500 tickets, and it was basically stage presentations and then they had speakers that in smaller rooms they talked about like streaming, they talked about sales, some not Arizona. This was in Austin, Texas. Oh, Arizona meetup sold out? I better not say where he's at, but um yeah, I don't like to say where people is. It's not really my place. Yeah. No, Arizona, I don't know if it's sold out. I'm not on the website for that one. I don't think it has. Did it? Who said it sold out? I don't think it sold out. It's like 65 bucks. Um, I'll look right now. I don't think it's sold out. There's so many meetups on there actually. Well, you can I'll tell you where to go and look. Is that where you're located? You can go to Meetup Hub. It looks like Meetup Hub. Yeah, because I mean I said already, so it doesn't matter. I don't think Darren will even care. Um, but I don't like to say where someone is just because it's nobody's business but the person who wants to share it or what someone's, where they live, where they grew up, their name, all that stuff. If you go there, it's a website that Thrift Shop Cards made and or Thriftworks, that's Darren. And you can see upcoming meetups and you could look on the map. You could click on the state and like California has 27 people and there's a meetup October 10th in Sacramento. Um, if you click on there's one in Alabama. There's actually a lot of meetups. There's a coffee hangout. Some people have them like every day, you know. Somebody has there's one in Georgia. There's a monthly Atlanta meetup with Kauai baddies for local sellers and buyers. The website I posted a minute ago. Meetup Hub. I'm gonna put it again. It's a website that someone else made because Whatnot doesn't have it has meetups. Okay, it's right there. Meetuphub.app. And so it's made by a seller on the app, Darren from Thriftworks. He makes thrift shop trading cards as well. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of non-Arizona. So you could travel if you want to. Some people can't travel. There's a few people that have like local ones. I was trying to see if there was one. There's Alabama, Georgia. None in Mississippi. Tennessee, they just had a meetup on Saturday. Yeah, yeah, it's all the time, and it wasn't. Yeah, I'm trying to see what other ones there are. Let's see, but you could register. Pennsylvania, yeah, Tennessee just had a meetup today, or was yeah, this morning, and, but if you register on that site, it's a sellers only. So they have the event, they don't give you any of the information until they check you out to make sure you're legit a seller. Some of them allow buyers. My meetup will be sellers only. It's not for buyers because it's an educational event, to help sellers. Yeah, and so the Arizona one, that's what I was gonna look at. Arizona, would you say, Sarah, there was 2 of them? Oh, here it is. There's a local one in Arizona, one in September, but I don't know the seller. That's cool though. And then every month in Indiana slash Midwest, there's a Whatnot coffee and chat meetup, this CG Boomerang Echo. Yeah, I've same C Swan. Yeah, 100%. There's a New York one. Oh, and I think yeah, I don't know. It's like, what? Yep. Jen, are you gonna go to the Arizona one? So you said there's a lot, Sarah? So the Arizona one in January is 65 bucks, so it's probably food and everything, and it's 1 to 4 PM, and then once you get accepted, they're asking you to pay within 7 days of being accepted, and the price is per person, but you can bring a guest, so you'd pay double. No refunds at all. Yeah. Nah, you already had a show or 2, you apply. Yeah, you're good. It's when you don't have anything, but we know you're a seller. So absolutely you can. Yeah. And that's the cool part of it. You get to network and meet other people. Yeah, Jen's great. She just her time. Yeah. Yeah, who cares what Nurse Sarah said? That's right. Um, I know a lot of the sellers are traveling far. Yeah, like some people are coming from Florida, Alabama, Iowa. Well, they have a lot of people coming that I know. That's cool. So that's January 16th. They don't say the location to respect, you the thing is when someone's having a meetup and you sign up for it, you should have your mouth shut about where it's at because these are all individual meetups and it's just respectful because you don't know. sellers don't want everybody to be at that unless they paid for it. So some people let buyers come. There's a couple of them with that, but I feel like if it's a business event for sellers and you're networking and you're going to want to have that time for that. You will have more shows. You've just had a lot going. Hey, it's totally okay. It's totally okay. Well, the paid versus free is just a fact. The venues I was calling, it was way more than 65 bucks. Because if you want to have X amount of people, they're not going to let you do it for free. So, one place I called actually, and it was a awesome venue. They wanted like 3 grand just for the location. And then the food was like between 40 and 80 a person. I know. Yeah. Which technically for that location, that was actually a cheap price because it was going to be on a weekday. Yeah. I was trying to see the other meetups on here. I didn't look at there's some I thought about doing a Zoom one for sellers, because nobody's done that, and there's some people that can't travel. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Kinda like not the same as meeting in person, you know? And I already am on here, so I don't know. No meetups in Utah. No, they're not Zoom, they're in person. There might be I don't think there's any. Only your heads and hands sticking out. There's one in Hawaii. Well, there's 2 sellers on the app, uh, TLC Mama Bear, and I don't know who's in Hawaii. She's in Puerto Rico. I can't think who's in Hawaii 'cause I don't think it shows me, does it? No, it doesn't show you wait. No, it doesn't show you who the seller is, or does it? Oh, that's right, Nan. I forgot Nan. She's in Hawaii. That's right. Anyway, that site, register for it, and it links you to, like, all the other sites with information, but you have to be a seller. Yeah. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. No, some places will let you use, but not here. Not here. I think the only place I found, but I didn't wanna do it there, was, like, one of those arcade places. I can't think of the name of it. Um, but their food is a little more expensive, and it's loud. There's kids in there. I wanna do an adult event. I don't wanna have kids. Yeah. It's not a bar, it's like I can't think of the name of it, but it's like a grown-up/teen slash teen arcade place. Yeah, that's it. I couldn't think about it. JJ Shopper, she had one at Dave& and Buster's, and Dave& and Buster's was, it was pretty cool. It had, like, a private room with TVs and then, like, a second room. Oh, I didn't see that one. And, they had a pretty good rate, but that's also, like, Michigan and stuff. Yeah. Here, I don't know the one enough, I don't think 100%. Yeah. Yep. It's not? How long do they it depends. Sometimes they're just like a one-day event, and then they're like 4 hours in that day. So, like the Arizona one said 1 to 4 PM, and then another one said something else. Yeah, let's see this other one. Yeah, for real. Where's this meetup? Oh, Texas. Wow, there's a lot of oh, I didn't know that. I wish I could make it that I'm from Mars, not Texas or California. Yeah, Uranus, that's right. I was like and then here, okay. I was trying to see I wish it listed, like, the meetups, but then again okay, if on the map it says user location, which dear Earthworks, I don't want my location shown, but meetup locations would be kinda okay. California, Arizona. Oh, there's, Retro Lucky Ducks. Where's hers? Oh, I see. There's a Oklahoma Social, Texas. There's a lot on the East. Michigan Thrifting Adventure. JJ Shopper's doing that one, September 11th, and she's got a few people. That's actually cool. I didn't know about that. And then let's see. Oh, August 9th, there's gonna be a breakfast club. Yeah, I'm on the Meetup app just looking at it. And then Florida has one meetup, and it's I don't know who it's by. And that Florida meetup's $30, so it's probably for the event. The seller is oh, Bunny Joys is doing it. Yeah, so if you're a seller, you can check it out. You can make your own meetup, but, there's it's not part of Whatnot, it's all on your responsibility. You're just using the Meetup hub to put information. Yeah, that's actually really neat. I didn't realize there was Meetup location section where you could click it and then it'll, like, highlight the states the actual meetup is. Yeah, because I mean, the sellers, they can't afford to absorb all the costs. So if you go to meetup.whatnot.com, Whatnot has some meetups, but they're all sponsored by them. And, a seller is just trying to secure the venue, and it does have costs associated. So I haven't seen anybody at 200 yet, but I mean, still, if it's networking with classes and different things, and food, it's probably worth it. It's a business expense. A party bus at Thrifted would be cool. Yep. Yeah, then you could stretch and dance on the bus. That would be neat. But that would be kind of like an expensive day, depending where you live, because those party buses aren't cheap. Yeah, they get you by the hour, but that would be cool. Start out with a nice breakfast, some coffee, and they're gonna take you to all the thrift shops in that town. Yeah, I'd be like, "Let's go to LA on the West Side." There's some good ones over there. But you'd be looking at probably a $1,200 a day. So, everybody needs to pay, get 12 people, $100 a pop, right? Yeah, that would be fun. Do it. Have a meetup, Louise May. She did? I should do that. I should change mine. I love her, by the way. I changed mine. That's funny. Okay, I'm fixed. Mine's fixed now because that's a smart move. Well, the thing is why sellers don't have buyers at the meetups is because you don't have enough time to network with buyers and sellers, and so it's a sellers meetup, right? You wanna network with other sellers, and some people at the meetups actually have classes, they have presentations that are based for a seller, not a buyer. Yeah, that's why I have the rule of just, sellers only. Yeah. I had a couple people when I was because 'cause I'm working with Lilac Bloom to do mine. No, they're not. Anyways, difference of opinion, that's fine. I'm not in cahoots with anybody but myself, so you better watch out, trolls. Right. Yeah. I'm not. I'm not in cahoots with anybody on this app. I have friends, but business-wise, I'm not. Not that I have to explain or define it. Yeah. I think a lot of people are just doing their own thing unless they're, friends with different people, so am I right? Yeah. Oh, did you read the comment? It is a game. It is a game. It's called that. I'm gonna switch it every day. Yeah, I'm gonna switch every day. I freaking love that other seller. Oh, this is actually cool. Yeah, I love the map. And then there's information you should read if you want to create a meetup. There's meetup safety on the website. You should probably, read it if there's any issues. There's some good tips in there. Yeah, there's some good tips in there. And just common sense kind of things. Meet in public places. Just, basic tips and kind of meet up expectations, you know? Because all of the people that put the meetup together, they're volunteers. They don't have to do the meetup. They want to do it to network with other people and bring people together, right? It's so much fun, Jen. It's so much fun. Yeah, you just create like a different kind of friendship, a bond. I know, Brooke. Yeah. It's Jen, like, I can't wait. I hope I get to meet you because, it's so much fun. I had fun with Sarah, I had fun with Brooke, I had fun with Darren, Leslie, George, which is George's Finds. It was just with Shop Happy, I was live at, like, midnight with her, and, yeah, it was so cool. There were so many people I didn't get a chance to meet, but, I mean, we met so many. A couple of people were like, "Oh, it was so nice to meet you," and I, like, feel really bad, but I didn't remember because it was just, like, my brain that day. No dance, no dancing while the bus is moving. What? You can hold on to the pole. Come on, Louise. No, I'm in New York. You didn't know that? I'm in New York. There were a bunch of Lux sellers there. Yeah, there was a couple I didn't get to meet. I feel like you need to see this. Yeah, you've been to so many conferences and stuff in business. It's a whirlwind. Yeah, I agree. It's like you wanna be everywhere. You don't wanna meet everybody. It's a fact. You don't wanna meet everybody because not everybody's your cup of tea and you feel their energy. But, like, you just wanna do the business thing, right? I worked the room. I met a lot of people. Yeah, and people would be like, "Oh, can you take a picture? Can we take a picture?" "Sure." Or, "Can you take a picture of us?" And so I would mess with everybody. I took the phone because nobody really had a camera. People had phones. And, like, I went to take their pic. I go, "Hold on, me first," and I took selfies on all their cameras. Yeah, it's so hilarious. What the Whatnot one could have been longer, to be honest. It was I went in the day before, and then the day of the event, and then I went home or the morning of. I should have came in the night before, would have been cool, and then even stayed one extra. Yeah, yeah. It was fun, but the time goes so fast. Like, Whatnot really did do a good job for, like, their first, like, official big meetup because they had, for the community host, they had, like, a dinner. So, the night before the event, we went to this, like, private dinner. It was really nice. The food was, all ice cold. Some of us had to eat a candy bar, but we had a good time still. We still had fun no matter what. Yeah. And then, um and then the next day was the event, and then, yeah, so oh, wait, the night after was it before? In the afternoon, they had, like, a cocktail hour with I think there was appetizers. I don't remember seeing them, but I think it was, booze, and then everybody kinda checked in, got their badges, got their stuff, and, it was cool, like, we got to meet all the Whatnot people, and part was nice, and then just see other people, and good swag, yeah, and then there was a ton of people there for a little bit, and then that night I went to the dinner with Whatnot, and then the next morning they had, like, what was it, like a breakfast buffet thing? You just went up and got food, and then they had lunch, and then they had rented, like, a barbecue place with a band, and that was fun, and they gave us, like, guitar picks with the Whatnot logo on it. One was for food, one was for a drink. I think we got, like, 2 drinks, but somebody gave me a whole handful. Somebody from Whatnot ga I mean, not Whatnot. Somebody somebody gave me a whole handful of the picks. No, they didn't go. Yeah, they didn't. There was, like, 500 people, though, from new sellers to, like, volume sellers. Yeah, so Sarah went, Brooke went, um, I wish they woulda went. I told them to go. That would have been so much fun, huh? Could you imagine? Yeah, the swag was so good. We got those bags. The bags were nice, and the T-shirts. I don't like beige T-shirts, but they gave us, like, a cream colored, T-shirt. I gotta cut the neck out of mine because I don't like it, like, tight. And then it had the Whatnot W right here, and then they had, like, iron-on of our @ name. A lot of people didn't even know those were there. You could get them on your shirt or your bag, and they had black and white. And, I got my name. I didn't put it on it. Oh, I put it on the shirt. Yeah, it was actually cool. And then the bag they gave us, I don't even know where my bag is. I think I hung it up in my closet. Brooke and you forgot to bring the bags and the shirts? Bring them where? You left them there? Or to get them iron on transfers to get printed? Oh, yeah. Did you get any of the patches? You did. So, if you have an iron, you could, like, do it yourself. Yeah, it'll still work. The cowboy boot was pretty cool, yeah. I like the cowboy hat, it had great colors. I didn't put any on my bag, and then when I went back to the room, because I, of course, made friends with the printer people, and the guy's like was leaving, and he's like, "Hey, you can have that." And it was an extra bag. The bags were great, I loved them. They were really nice, thick black canvas bags, but they had 3 pockets in the front. It was, like, perfect, you put a water bottle in it, but they were like a thicker, softer canvas. And Whatnot had just sent me, some merch. They sent me, a tan canvas bag that's, like, the perfect size. I use it for my drawing. Yeah. Brooke, did you sell yours? I got the extra one, and it has patches all over it. You sold the irons, but kept the other. Yeah. Somebody was selling at the event. I have some patches. Yeah, there's one that says "We're live chat." I like that, but I somehow in my bag, that they gave me because it had stuff inside it, it had stickers. Yeah, napkins. I have my napkin. I have some of them. I have Grant autographed, my napkin. Yeah. Yeah, Whatnot was good on the merge. Yeah, I still have some of the patches, but when I went back, I got the bag, and then there was a tiny stack of, there was a tiny, tiny stack. Do I have any Trader Joe's bags? No, not the little ones. Maybe Shop 801 Lane does. I don't know, is that still popular? My Trader Joe's had them, and I wasn't gonna stand in line for them. I didn't I couldn't fit that many groceries in them. I know people buy them and resell them, but yeah, I don't have any. Hello. Maybe Brooke does. I don't think she does. No, the founder of Whatnot, the co-founder of Whatnot. His name is Grant. You had some giveaways a couple months ago. I hadn't seen them in stock since. Yeah, ours, I don't know if they're gonna get them again. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that candy, those gummies, they're so good. Sometimes I have some Tupperware. I mean, I just read your comment at the same time. Yeah, you worked at Tupperware. Oh, well. Um, and I put some of the non-melting type candy in the bin. Those gummies are so good at Trader Joe's. Yeah. I hate buying them because I eat them all. They're delicious. They're like real fruit. But check back, you never know. I it's hard to get those bags though. I know. Can you believe that? Jen going to bed. My friend. Sweet dreams, my dear. Good night. Thanks for always hanging out and making us crack up. And like I said the other day, I'm glad you found us. I'm glad, very glad. Uh, we appreciate you. Sweet dreams, friend. I'm glad you're hanging with us. I'll tell you in a minute. Right, because if you'd put the name, you get banned. I boot you out. Anyways, you guys, why are we still awake? Why are we still awake? Should we talk about shipping now? I know, isn't that crazy? Oh, I'm gonna s yeah. I ignore Nurse Sarah all the time. Yeah. Did you write something there? Because I had some red chat I was trying to read. Some things I don't respond to, like Shop 80. Yeah. Sometimes like Shop 80. Yeah, she ignores us all. Right. Oh, that's alright. No, mine was. Oh, right. I'm sorry, I'm behind. Yeah, that's why I said that was the message. Yeah, sometimes, in a stream, someone writes something, you can't read everything, sometimes you miss them. Yeah, I was scrolling back to see what I missed. But sometimes when it's not a question, like, I don't really answer it, it's just a statement. Yeah. You can oh, to Brooke. Yeah, you have to get used to the non-response because if I read every word for word, forget it. I would never get caught up, ever. Hey, you know what I'm gonna say? L Look, if you're gonna come in here and I know you're joking around, but sometimes it doesn't seem like that, it's not okay, alright? Doesn't matter who it is. Anyway, I think we're gonna raid, we're gonna call it a night. We're gonna call it a night. It is already almost 3 hours. Yeah. So My feelings ain't hurt, but, a few jokes, cool, but, like, nonstop? Alright, let's see who's on. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is actually cool. You guys all have a good night. I appreciate you hanging out. Yeah. Let's see, where can we go? I wonder if they're gonna rip some Pokemon cards in half. I try to go somewhere that doesn't have a lot of people, but sometimes it's always fun, you never know. Let's go visit. I haven't gone here in a long time. They have a lot of people on their stream, but it's, good night, Nurse Sarah. Thanks for hanging out. I didn't even ignore you, but I will next time. Let's go visit Old Dog. He's probably playing with his guitar. Live unboxing. When we go in there, you're welcome. Sweet dreams to everybody. Listen, when we go in there, you know what, C-Swan? Everybody write, "Rip a Pokemon, rip a Pokemon." Burn a Pokemon, that's what it is, burn. I'm the ripper, he burns them. Yeah. Type in, "Burn the Pokemon." Good night, friends. Everybody have a good night. No, I know everybody's kidding around, but have a good night, and we'll see you later. Thank you so much, and always remember kindness. Oh, burn Pokemon will probably not read chat. You think it will? Well, that's alright. Austin will love it. He's a lot of fun. He might be with his guitar, he might be doing a challenge, but his shows are pretty cool. Anyway, everybody have a good night.